On this program, occasionally, we do make fun of Donald Trump. Occasionally. And with the ribbing and the joshing and the pulling the pants down and the pointing. But he is in pain right now.
A fantastic woman, a true patriot, Laura Loomer. This woman is amazing. Laura Loomer. Where is she? The great Laura Loomer. Some of you know Laura. She's a fantastic person, great woman. Laura, how are you? You look so beautiful, as always.
But you know what? I guess what Trump calls her isn't as important as figuring out what she is.
That he says that she's this great woman. He has been hanging around a right-wing activist called Laura Loomer. And I want to show you just some of the things that she has put out on social media. And it goes back very far. Yep. But let's start with here's what she said about Sheila Jackson Lee. After Sheila Jackson Lee died, she called her a ghetto bitch. And then she speaks about black women this way. Again, she tweeted, this is another one. If Kamala Harris wins, the White House will smell like curry. So another racist attack. She's also tweeted about Kamala Harris, calling her a stupid, brain-dead, lying bitch. And then listen to this. She's talking about several women of color, several black women, Letitia James and others, including Kamala Harris. Why is Donald Trump hanging around with this woman?
Because he's lost the plot. He's completely lost the plot. This is repellent to the very voters he will need. There's no reason for this. She's disgusting. She's also a lunatic and a huge drag. And not the first drag, by the way. I think J.D. Vance is the first drag on his ticket. That was a bad decision. This is the next one.
Marjorie Taylor Greene is calling her out for being racist. And not even in a stop stealing my bit kind of way. I didn't even know there was a level of racist above Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Marjorie Taylor Greene also has a track record of incendiary and racist rhetoric.
But that doesn't make me a racist because I say leave the statue up there. The most mistreated group of people in the United States today are white males.
There is an Islamic invasion into our government offices right now. If you want Islam and Sharia law, you stay over there in the Middle East. You stay there and go to Mecca and do all your thing. And you know what? You can have a whole bunch of wives or goats or sheep or whatever you want.
On a now deleted Facebook post, Greene questioned whether California's deadly campfire in 2018 was started by lasers beamed down from outer space. Lasers, she says, somehow connected to the Rothschilds, the Jewish European banking family, the target of some of the oldest, laziest, most dangerous anti-Semitic tropes on the books, Jewish space lasers.
Greene responded to a racist post that Loomer put up about Kamala Harris. Greene wrote, "This is appalling and extremely racist. It does not represent who we are as Republicans or MAGA. This does not represent President Trump. This type of behavior should not be tolerated ever." Now, Trump aides have tried for years to keep Loomer away from him. Obviously, that is not working.
And it was Marjorie Taylor Greene who planted this hit piece story about me with the major news networks like CNN and MSNBC, and they're trying to glorify her. They're calling me a racist at the same time that the former executive director of Black Voices for Trump is on the record saying that Marjorie Taylor Greene called him the N-word. Okay, so they're actually excusing real racism from Marjorie Taylor Greene, who reportedly said to Harrison Floyd, or told one of these consultants that was advising him, you better let him know that an N-word can't win in Georgia 14. And he's willing to go on the record here. He says, breaking Harrison Floyd, one of the 19 indicted in Georgia, and the former executive director of Black Voices for Trump says Marjorie Taylor Greene called him an N-word. I'm not a racist, so I'm not going to say that word on air. And you can see here in his tweet, he said, Laura Loomer was one of the first people to notice that I was the only co-defendant that didn't come out of Fulton County Jail and called a flight risk for no reason. She personally reached out to my wife for support and helped raise awareness for my defense fund. If Laura's a racist, well, she's bad at it. I helped him raise over $300,000. Taylor Greene has no room to call anyone a racist or talk about what the MAGA community stands for when she refers to me as an N-word in private. She has never publicly supported me and tried to save her own skin. Our country has many serious issues, yet anytime Marjorie is in the spotlight, it's always an issue of race or racism. We can't trust racist rhinos to do the right thing. We can do better, Team Loomer. So again, I'm not a racist. And Marjorie Taylor Greene, instead of actually doing her job, she's the Congresswoman for Georgia. On Friday, we saw that Fannie Willis, who also is jumping in on the attacks on me because I confronted Fannie Willis. I don't know if we have the clip of me confronting Fannie Willis back in April, but Cannon, my producer, was there with me. And Cannon, who did we see outside of the hotel with Fannie Willis that everybody said it was a conspiracy theory? Because everything's a conspiracy theory, you guys. Who was with Fannie Willis when we confronted her in Miami, Florida, back in April?
Her boyfriend.
Her boyfriend, Nathan Wade, right? Nathan Wade. And why is the fact that Nathan Wade was with her in Miami such a big deal?
Because she said that they were broken up.
Under oath. She testified under oath and said that she and Nathan Wade were under oath. And when I confronted her at this all-black conference, they said the same thing. Racist Laura Loomer is attacking a strong, independent black woman. Oh my God. Oh my God, this bigot Laura Loomer. She's so bad. She's so evil. She's such a conspiracy theorist. She's so racist. Oh, God, we can't ever ask Fannie Willis why she's trying to persecute Donald Trump and why she was giving cash out like a prostitute to her boyfriend and why her boyfriend showed up to the scene of the crime where her daughter was just arrested the other day when she was driving without a driver's license. You're not allowed to ask Indian woman questions in this country. Oh, you're not allowed to ask black woman questions. You're a racist. You're such a racist if you ask anybody who's not white a question. And it's disgusting the way that they're now spreading lies about me. The media now is accusing me of, having an affair with Donald Trump, such a salacious lie. So malicious, so disrespectful to Donald Trump and Melania Trump. They've taken it so far. And, if I was a leftist journalist, if I was a Democrat, oh my God, the media would be up in arms if the Republican media was doing this to a left-wing journalist. Oh my God, they're misogynists. They're bullying a woman. They're trying to Monica Lewinsky her. They're demonizing her. They're trying to discredit the fact that she's a working woman. I mean, look, I know that Kamala Harris sucked dick to get where she is today, okay? And she had to sleep with Willie Brown in order to get to the top. But some of us women, right, we actually work hard. Some of us women have no desire to have sexual affairs with politicians or men with elite political status to climb the ladder. I know that Kamala Harris can't say the same, but, believe me when I say that that's not me. Or as Kamala Harris likes to say, they ain't like us, right? She ain't like me. I ain't like her, okay? I don't suck dick to get to the top. That's what Kamala Harris does. So I'm not going to be told that, Laura Loomer, she's this nefarious person. She's a conspiracy theorist and she's, just the most disgusting things. I'm not even going to repeat the things that they're saying about me because, well, it's just honestly the most disgusting shit I've heard in my life. We're going to play the clips for you in a bit.
In what might be the social media equivalent of a slow-motion car crash, two prominent allies of Donald Trump, Laura Loomer and Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, have taken their MAGA-laden rivalry public, engaging in a furious back and forth on X, formerly known as Twitter. The spark that ignited this latest episode? A racially charged joke about Vice President Kamala Harris's Indian heritage, which has now morphed into a war of words that reads like a bizarre soap opera written by conspiracy theorists. Curry, and call centers. It all started when right-wing activist Laura Loomer, someone whose past comments have ranged from anti-Muslim tirades to 9/11 conspiracies, thought it would be a good idea to post about Kamala Harris's Indian heritage. In the most ham-fisted attempt at humor since the invention of the dad joke, Loomer speculated that if Harris won the 2024 election, the White House will smell like curry. Speeches would be handled via call centers, and feedback would be collected through incomprehensible surveys. As you might expect, Loomer didn't win any comedy awards, but she did manage to anger a lot of people, including her fellow MAGA enthusiast, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Greene, the self-styled purveyor of truth, who herself has been known to dabble in conspiracy theories, including anti-Semitic tropes, decided that this particular flavor of bigotry was a step too far. In a rare moment of moral clarity, Green called Loomer's comments appalling and extremely racist, insisting this wasn't what Republicans, or more importantly, MAGA, stood for. It's one thing to promote fringe ideas about space lasers, but Loomer's curry-fueled fantasies, apparently, crossed the line. Act 2. The Twitter Gladiators. Enter the arena. Loomer naturally wasn't about to let Green have the last word. In a display of rhetorical acrobatics, she defended her post as a funny joke about Harris using her Indian heritage to dodge questions. Apparently, racism becomes acceptable if it's labeled as comedy. And in true Trumpian fashion, she counterattacked by labeling Green a raging anti-Semite and a poor excuse for a Christian. Because nothing says winning an argument quite like taking a sharp left turn into someone's divorce, Loomer went on to needle Green about her failed marriage, a classic playground insult, except the playground here is a multi-billion-dollar social media platform. Green, for her part, shot back, warning Loomer that her unhinged antics only serve to make Donald Trump look bad. Because if there's one thing Trump can't afford, it's looking bad in front of the electorate, right? In what might be the understatement of the year, Green commented that Loomer's instability and manic toxicity have no place in MAGA. Perhaps Green missed the memo that political movements tend to reflect the people they attract, but let's not get bogged down in that irony. Act 3. The Trump ties. Here's where things get even more surreal. Loomer was last spotted accompanying Trump during 9/11 memorial services. Yes, this same person who once claimed the attacks were an inside job is now rubbing shoulders with the former president during one of the most solemn commemorations in American history.
Today, the President of United States of America, speaking to reports outside the White House before departing on Marine One, Joe Biden said, "Thank God the President is okay." He also said the one thing he wants to make clear is the Secret Service needs more help. Biden added that he thinks Congress should respond to their needs. In a statement on Sunday, the president commended the work of the Secret Service and law enforcement agencies and said he was relieved that the former president is unharmed. As I have said many times, there is no place for political violence or for any violence ever in our country. Joe Biden continued in his statement. The vice president and Democratic presidential nominee has yet to speak publicly on the shooting, but she also released a statement on Sunday. "I am deeply disturbed by the possible assassination attempt of former President Donald Trump today," she said. "As we gather the facts, I will be clear. I condemn political violence. We all must do our part to ensure that this incident does not lead to more violence." Harris said she is thankful Trump is safe and also commended the Secret Service and law enforcement agencies for their vigilance. The vice president noted Biden's statement and vowed, "Our administration will ensure the Secret Service has every resource, capability, and protective measures necessary to carry out its critical mission." 58-year-old Ryan Wessler Routh made his first appearance in federal court on Monday, where he faced the first 2 charges. More charges are possible as the investigation continues. Routh will face an arraignment in 2 weeks. The Secret Service opened fire on Routh in West Palm Beach in Florida after they spotted the muzzle of his AK-47 poking through a fence at Donald Trump International Golf Club while the Republican nominee was playing a round. Thanks for tuning into American Political Buzz. If you enjoyed today's segment and reactions, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, press like, and share your thoughts in the comments below.